Welcome to Spiritual Life is Love. And this is going to be a part 2 of, I think, it's crazy because I'm not really sure what I want to name this just yet. Maybe what your shadow side wants you to know. Because it looks like a lot of you have been a little bit maybe more tense or more frustrated lately. Maybe due to things not working out the way you want, or feel like you've been against like a hidden timeline, like Spirit is saying. And a lot of you have been in the seek to hurry up and speed up your timeline, been doing tarot, been doing readings, maybe in some cases trying to skip ahead with other means, and they're saying kind of like to relax and to take it down and just let life happen, just rest a bit and just enjoy where you're at right now in life. And that's because a lot of you are trying to work with some of these hidden talents that some of you have, hidden and known. And with those talents that they're trying to show you, they're trying to help you go towards your abundance, that yellow brick road right there, to the happiness that you seek, or the abundance. Let me rephrase that. They're trying to have you follow the yellow brick road towards the abundance that you seek. Because I feel like your happiness is what they want you to have right now. Even though, like, see, this guy got his foot kicked up, he's relaxing. And I don't want to say that, because that plain colored hammock is designed, and looks like they're showing me or emphasizing these strings of lights or glitter, or be dreaming of like abundant times. Because in this one, he doesn't have a castle behind him. But they're saying even though he doesn't have all these material items or different situations that you think would be better, he's still happy, or this person still, or you could be happy, still resting. And then this one, it's saying you can be happy as you go towards your abundance. So be happy now. You don't have to be the evil queen or frustrated queen or tense queen or deadline queen because you want this abundance now. They're telling you kind of to relax. And then we have some angels out here. Faniel, I'm going to figure out. And we're here. Is Ragul out here still? I thought he was out here, or she. I thought he was out here. Maybe that's the other reading. But yeah, with the angels out here kind of helping you work through these emotions. And they're telling you to help you tackle those emotions, to also be having some of the essential oils like lavender and other nicely smelling ones to kind of help you really relax and just be in the current moment. So that's a big part of that right there. And then we'll put these here because apparently your shadow side is triggered. I can't even say it right. And you know what? For some of you, I really believe, as some of this starts coming back to me, it's because maybe you as a child really didn't have, or a little bit tight for money than what you wanted to, or you felt like you wanted to do things and your mom, didn't, or parents didn't let you did it, or you felt like you was always kind of pressed for money and you don't want to do that. So I think you, in a certain abundant situation, is feeling triggered, and maybe your childhood triggers is coming through with that because you don't feel like you want to go back to being broke or back to the struggle or back to not having. And that's not the case. Spirit is just trying to redirect you to a different type of abundance and not have you worry and be frustrated, sending you back to evil because you're like, I don't want to go back to that. Finding is necessary almost. And then with that, they're just asking you or telling you it's okay. Just relax, calm your emotions, smell some lavender, because things are going to work out. And that's where these 2 cards came out. Nothing real can be threatened, and forgiveness will set you free. So with those, nothing can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating a heaven on earth? What can you really do? It looks like you're mental and smelling the roses, kind of seeing where you're at, and then knowing that what you have right now is not to be threatened. Like, you don't have to feel like you're going to lose it if you don't do things in a certain timeline. Things are going to work out, as well as forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? And this, I think, is going back to childhood emotions, or even this triggered state that you have. Like, why are you being triggered, and what can you do to stop being so triggered in the current? And Spirit is going to ask you, who do you need to heal to truly be happy? Is it yourself? Is it your parents? Is it just life? Like, who do you need and what do you need to make amends with to be able to move forward emotionally happy in a good mental state, using the lavender to kind of go towards this prosperity? Because I think some of that is really, I don't want to say in the way, but you're trying to get started on this prosperity path, and you just have to make sure that you cleared out a lot of these triggers from your past to be able to accept the new beginnings are happening. Because remember, the other deck had gray, endings are inevitable. So if some things are going to end, I think a big part of that should be how you felt about your childhood. Yes, this is not your practice life, decide. So what is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? So this is not practice. Like, you just gotta just do it. It's not like, oh, but next time. Like, I think a lot of us became comfortable with this sitting and chilling, and I think not taking risks. I think this is more towards risks. Because with the Evil Queen, I feel like you have a certain way that you think things should work. And because you feel like you have a certain plan in your head of how you want things to work, and this goes for both men and women who are watching, you have a certain idea of how you want things to work. And because it's not going according to what you set and plan for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that order, Spirit is saying it might not go that way. It might go 4, 3, 2, 5. Like, it might go in a totally different order, but you still might get to the prosperity, but you aren't letting no room, and that you have to take risks because this is not your practice life. Decide, what is your inner voice telling you? Like, what do you hear your guides telling you? And I feel like that's them also talking to you with the inner voice, as well as 22. So the love in your heart, listen to the loving thoughts, not the negative Nancy thoughts as well. But do all this under that card was prioritize your self-love and care. So doing all this, once again, it goes back to taking care of yourself mentally. So allow you wanting these major changes and to go through upheavals and challenges, but you're wearing yourself thin doing it. You're not taking care of yourself doing it. You are not really, you're getting triggered and you're not really addressing why you are getting triggered. And as you get triggered, those are different moments in time where you can heal and be able to move on to accept the abundance that's trying to come into your life. But if for some of you who keep getting triggered and turned around and redirected, you're kind of working in circles. You're at the door or at the foot of the prosperity, but at this entrance, you're not making it on the step. You don't get too many steps in because then you circle back to being triggered and you can't go back this way. And then you almost feel like it's at the foot of you almost feel like it's here, like the prosperity is here, and you feel urgently to go towards it, but you can't because you keep, I guess, looking into certain levels of tarot. And I want to say some of you may be doing spells or doing, the other means to kind of get ahead because you feel like it's someone against you, but it's really not no one, it's really you. It's as the noise in the background, because underneath that card says anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. What is your discomfort trying to free you from? So what, again, in the mind, this is in the mind. This is in the mind. A lot of you to go towards your prosperity, you really got to release and free your mind. So the name of this reading, I think, is going to be Release and Free Your Mind Towards Prosperity. You have to release the negative. You have to release the past. You have to let go of what happened in the past to receive the new. You have to mentally clear out and de-stress, i.e. with lavender, and letting go what need to be there now, and that's working on relaxing your mental, because your anxiety is at an all-time high because you want things to work out, you want the business to work out, you want this job to work out, you want this relationship to work out, and through that you're becoming very bitter and not as nice as you could. So a lot of you are just being urged to kind of look at your self-love routine and look at your de-stress routine and see how you can turn into the nice witch or the nice person so that you can nicely go towards this prosperity and comfortably work through those shadow periods of being triggered to go towards your prosperity. So it's working on your inner self and not being triggered to work on the inner self and accepting the lessons for what they are towards your prosperity. So, ask for help, DM for a reading if you need. Have a good night.